Hello, my friends. SAmaryllis here to do a run of Bones Cafe. I've been really enjoying Bones Cafe and I actually did beat the game. I'm kind of just farming for achievements right now, but there is also a challenges mode that has a whole bunch of different specific setups that you can try and accomplish. So for anyone who doesn't know, Bones Cafe is a little bit similar to Overcooked and Played Up, those kind of like restaurant simulator types of games. But the twist for Bones Cafe is that some of your ingredients you have to murder your customers to get. So like cheese and milk and eggs, chocolate even, I think like some sort of sugar you have to do that with. So it is actually possible to finish the game with only what they call vegan dishes, which is actually represented by Cafe 2.0. But that is kind of the different part of that game as opposed to Overcooked or Played Up. But it does have the similar aspect of you can kind of design the restaurant the way that you want, and you also can summon minions to help you with things. So I'm going to play through one of the challenges that I haven't completed yet. I'm going to go for carnival food just because it's the next one on the list. So you can kind of see what the gameplay is sort of like, even though it's not truly reflecting like the main game where you can choose your menu, restaurant size, and things like that. This one kind of already pre-gives you certain things. So in the challenge mode, you can see in the bottom left that I have 3 minions. I'm going to want to reserve 1 minion to do serving or like being a waiter, just because they're a lot more efficient at it than I would be. So that means I'm left with 2 minions and myself, and I have 4 dishes that I need to accomplish. There's roasted corn, popcorn, mozzarella sticks, and fried tomatoes. So I'm definitely going to want to do the more complex tasks with my minions, just because it'll take up more of their, I guess, like recording bar. You'll see in a little bit. And then I suppose I'll have to do the roasted corn and popcorn, which I'm a little worried about doing 2 dishes, but roasted corn is like super easy. You literally just put corn into the oven. So looking at the bottom bar, this shows you all the items that are like kitchen appliances and like ingredients that you have access to and how many you have. So I do have 2 things of corn. I shouldn't need 2 things of corn just because I'm gonna be the only one using it. So I guess I'll start with myself. I think that's gonna be a little easier, and then we'll have to see if we have to rearrange the whole thing. So I'm gonna want to put corn in the oven. I'm also going to I should flip these actually. Yeah, let's flip them. So then corn is in the middle, because I'm gonna need to chop it and then put it in the oven again. I wanna be able to cook 2 things at once. I have 2 stacks of plates, which is pretty decent. There was one challenge where there was only 1 stack of plates, but there were like 4 different recipes. That one was pretty fun to figure out in terms of how does everyone get access to the plates, and it was in a small space too. So this should be set. Roasted corn, chop it, popcorn, and plate it. I might put the plates more in the middle actually, just so it's easier to get from roasted corn and popcorn, and I don't have to run all the way to the end for here. Okay, so I am set. I now need to set up the fried tomato and mozzarella sticks. So for fried tomatoes, I need to start with tomatoes. This should be enough slots, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully that's enough. Tomato, need to chop it. I need to put flour on it, and then I need to deep fry it. So that should be set, and then I do want to make sure I have access to plates. That might be handled by when I do set up the mozzarella sticks, so let's set up that, just so that maybe these 2 can share plates and then I can have my own stack. But let's see. So this one uses one of the aforementioned non-vegan ingredients, the cheese, which your customer corpses go into the fridge. So I'm going to have to chop that. I need to put that in flour, and then I will be frying that as well. So let's put a stack of plates kind of close to the middle here for them. The only bad thing is that the more I leave these out in the middle, the less space there will be for customers. So I might end up rearranging this a little bit. We'll see. Maybe move the cheese down a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now. I already anticipate not having enough room for stuff, so we'll move everything down one. And then we can program our minions. And then restaurant and get rid of that. So we can move the plates down a teensy bit too, I think. And then hopefully that should be good. Okay, so let's try recording our minions. So that's waiter, and now we have to do the actions so that the minion remembers it. Cool, that's decent. Let's start with the fried tomatoes. Cool, not bad. All right, so the amount of tables we have is 4. We do want to try and maximize how many people can sit in the restaurant, because I think you will need to in order to get the max score to 3-star this. So I'm trying to fit all the tables I can. So for me, when I put the roasted corn down, it'll probably go here, and then when I put the popcorn down, it'll probably be there. I don't know if I can fit another 4-seater, and then, oh, those are all my tables. Okay, so I'm gonna actually move my waiter to be a little closer to the action. Maybe here's okay, because they will reset to where you spawn them in between everything. So, all right, I have no idea if this is gonna work, but let's try it. Open restaurant. I'm gonna start with roasting corn, and you can see my little minions, oops, are well on their way. A lot of times you'll actually want to put counters down for your minions, just because it's a little easier to program that. So the waiter has gone ahead and taken their order and delivered what they have going on. So the nice thing is that you can totally put things on the floor and it's totally healthy and sanitary and totally fine. It's definitely hard to keep an eye on how well my minions are doing, just because I have a lot of tasks that I also need to complete. Sometimes I'll see that like I've set up something pretty inefficiently. Like something I've accidentally done in the past is like I messed up the order that the minions put stuff down. So like I had them make 2 salads, for instance, but I had set the order so that I guess it's kind of hard to explain, but I had set the order so that they needed to clear both salads before the next salad could be made, and that really backed up things and caused me to fail a lot of orders. So seeing the orders that you have failed at the end really helps a lot in trying to determine where the problems are, especially if you're like busy cooking or doing waiting and you can't actually see that action yourself. Because for me, I'm concentrated on the bottom right of the screen. It's probably really easy to see as like a viewer who can look at everything if there are any inefficiencies. So you can see the fried tomato guy was waiting for a while because they couldn't put down something in a spot. Seem to be doing okay. We have 3 minutes left. I don't remember if I had more ovens available. If I start falling behind on stuff, that might be, oops, I didn't chop something in the beginning. If I start falling behind on stuff for corn, that might be something I need to do. But sometimes you can still fail some orders and still complete the challenge. So like right now is a little bit of idle time. Like I probably could have chopped some corn then while I was waiting for both of them to cook. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah. So this challenge is all about optimizing all of your idle time. Yeah. So I think I realized that too in some of my other runs. Like I had time to do other stuff and I wasn't doing them. So like very slowly over the course of the run, I started falling behind in terms of orders I could have been completing, but did not. So yeah, if you're into that kind of game, trying to optimize everything and just doing like this cooking kind of exercise overall, I would say this is definitely a game you should check out. And Bones Cafe was developed by a really teeny tiny team. I think it was only 2 people, actually. So if you also want to support indie developers, you can do that as well. And actually, I think this game released maybe a year or 2 ago from when I'm saying this. I joined their Discord because I was having trouble finding some of the recipes, or discovering them rather, and they like responded right away, which was really nice. It's sweet. So that was a really positive experience as well. Also, I love the sound effects they have in this game. All the little customers saying like yummy or yay really made me laugh the first time. It continues to make me smile. Alright, we have a minute left. I don't know if I'm going to make the score that I need, probably because I wasn't chopping corn. Oh shoot, that was also inefficient. I wasn't roasting corn then either. Wasn't being optimally efficient with my downtime. So we'll see. If I fail, it's probably going to be because I wasn't doing enough in the meantime, because the minions can only work so fast. But as a human, I can be a lot more optimized in terms of what I'm doing and changing up the routine I have. Ooh, we're super close. I didn't chop popcorn, that's inefficient. A bad thing too about being human and not sticking to a schedule is that we got it. As long as we don't fail any orders, I think we're good. Is that you also mess up a lot. I guess that is the human condition, right? Like, you can program machines and they'll do it right every time. Oh, we made it! Or you can be human and have more creativity and be able to change to conditions more, but you have more possibility of messing up. So yeah, you can see the orders failed on the left-hand side. 4 of them were roasted corn and 2 of them were popcorn, which is completely on me. The minions with their fried tomatoes and mozzarella sticks did not fail any orders at all. So they did a good job and I could have been more efficient. But yeah, I have had problems in the past when I was trying to program minions to do 2 dishes, even though it was well within their timer to be able to do, say, like a baked potato and let's say like fries. It was well within their timer that they could, but the problem became like if the fries, which were done second, were taken first as an order, and like the baked potato, which is the first item they made, was still sitting in their original spot, it would essentially lock them from being able to make more fries, because they would be going through the loop of I have to make the baked potato first and then I make the fries. So be it. There are ways to circumvent it. Perhaps you could have a minion or yourself pick up each of those items to free up that spot for them, but yeah, that just means there's more stuff you can't completely automate. But yeah, I was able to get 3 stars right away, or 3 skulls, I guess, right away for this, so that's pretty satisfying. I think the one I've had to redo the most so far was salads. I had to do salads a lot, actually. I can't even remember how many times I had to do it. I think it was like at least 5, maybe more, which was very tiring because there's a lot of micro movements, and actually my hands started hurting a little after, because I was just like tense the whole time, like chopping stuff, moving stuff, chopping stuff, moving stuff. And that's where I discovered that that problem of like having a minion do more than one thing and then they get locked from starting on the next one. But anyway, that's Bones Cafe. I can maybe show you a couple different layouts that I have saved, just so you can kind of see what that looks like. So if you go to Cafe Designer, you can do this after you've like completed the game, I think. Otherwise, you're kind of locked to the format that you have. So layout 1 is kind of like my standard like good restaurant. So you can see I have a tortilla chip making station up here for salsa. I have a section here for roasted corn and popcorn. I would normally put like a second oven down too, but I was kind of playing with like, should I even have the station versus should I have waiters instead? Because this is a really far way to walk, and I think that is pretty inefficient. So if I were actually to keep corn, I would probably move the stations closer over here, but it doesn't mean it's a further walk to get to corn. So you could probably swap corn and onions just to make that an even shorter walk, or just simply buy an ingredient set of corn. So down here, we're making French onion soup. And here we're making bread, so that that is a key ingredient of French onion soup. So these 2 stations are kind of reserved for that. And then this station is for bean soup. This one is for smoothies. This one is also for smoothies. They're sharing the same banana ingredient crate. And then this one is more chips, more corn. I was failing a lot of like corn orders, so that's why I like set up another station on the other side of the restaurant. And I have space here to put more tables. I just don't have enough staff right now to run all the food. So this is over here on the right hand side is where I started. You can also see I put more smoothie stations here too, because just like looking at the balance of orders that were failing and things that I needed to add another working station for. That was one of them. And then I have bread in the corner because bread was also something that was struggling. Especially since I was like cannibalizing the own bread I was making into the French onion soup. I could not keep up with the amount of bread needed. And then here is more French onion soup. And this bottom last row here is bread for said French onion soup. So yeah, this is the one that I've been slowly working on, but I need a lot more minions in order to continue expanding this restaurant. So what I've also made is a murder layout in which the sole purpose of this restaurant is to get more minions. So you'll see I have chips again here in the corner. I have mushrooms and potatoes for that bean soup, and then I have tropical smoothies. I think that's what they are. I forget what the smoothie names are. One of them is pineapple and strawberry, and the other, or pineapple and banana. One of them is strawberry and banana. And then I have these poison bottles here in the middle, as well as convenient bits of furniture to hide bodies behind. Because, as you might suspect, the customers do get concerned and actually run out of your restaurant if they see a dead body. So that's why you gotta block the reality a little. So this is the restaurant format I've set up specifically when I need to farm more minions. And I can show you really quick. I'll just take away this table. Most of the times you do have like a blackboard that you can use to select what you actually want on your menu. It'll also tell you what's popular for the day if you're trying to get more reputation, which is something that you need in the normal game. But it'll also tell you the types of monsters that you'll lure depending on the recipe. So you can see right now in the top left, I lure every single monster right now because the items I've chosen creates that scenario. But let's say I get rid of chips and salsa. You can see that only certain types of monsters will come, which is helpful if you are running a non-vegan restaurant and you need to collect a certain amount of ingredients from a specific monster. I have been like idly trying to get one of the other achievements, which is like kill one monster type every from the entire day. So you'll need to kill 9 different monsters. I don't actually think I have enough chairs set up for that. Oop, that's not a table. Hopefully it's fine. Hopefully it won't save. Yeah, I don't have enough tables for that actually, because I think the amount of seats you start with determines how many people come in for the entire day. I think I only get to 7 customers. So if I wanted to make this work, I would probably expand the size a little more. And there's also a specific item that lets you lure a certain customer. I haven't bought those yet, but I probably will. It's these VIP tables where you can kind of choose what kind of monster gets to sit at that table. But yeah, that is Bones Cafe. It's super fun. I'm going to continue playing for the challenge mode and to try and get the other achievements in the game. But if you're interested in Bones Cafe, it is available on Steam, and I think they also just released it on console, maybe just a few months ago. So if you want to check it out and see if it's available on console, you can definitely do so. This has been SAmaryllis playing a run of Bones Cafe. I hope you have a great day. Remember to be kind to yourself and to others. Goodbye.